This evening on ENN Tonight.
Rising gas prices cause uncertainty at the pumps.
AI use is expanding, but not everyone is on board.
I'm here to learn and just want to see more so like how I'm up against AI.
And Elon Engineering is turning toys into tools.
Those stories and more, ENN Tonight starts right now. We start tonight with the latest on rising gas prices here in Alamance County. Welcome to ENN Tonight. I'm Alice Morrissey.
And I'm Charlotte Pfabe. Thank you for joining us. For the first time in 4 years, the national average for gas reached $4 a gallon. Here in Elon, people are reacting to the prices at the pump. I spoke to a couple Elon students who were frustrated with these rising costs.
It's been kind of crazy.
High gas prices and shock at the pump, sounding a lot like this.
Oh my, all right, we gotta stop it, we gotta stop it. You've seen enough.
Gas prices in North Carolina are still below the national average, but creeping closer to $4 a gallon.
Comparatively, it's not as bad as it is in other places, but I'm not paying gas in other places, so I still care about it.
The global price for oil is rising, sparked by the war in Iran. The U.S. gets most of its oil domestically, but Elon economics professor Brandon Sheridan says oil is a global market.
When you choke off 30% of the world's supply, that is going to lead to a rise in all prices, regardless of if you get oil from the Middle East or not.
One of the most common cars in North Carolina is a Honda CR-V. A year ago today, it would cost this driver $41 to fill up from empty. Today, it's $55 total.
You should expect the prices to stay elevated for some time.
As prices go up, frustration is building.
I work 2 on-campus jobs, so it's annoying to have to be stressed about this every time I want to go drive somewhere.
Charlotte Pfabe, ENN Tonight. The price for regular gas in North Carolina is still under $4. Here are your latest prices at the pump. The American Automobile Association, or AAA, tracks gas prices nationwide. Today's national average for regular gas is $4.01 a gallon. The highest recorded average gas price in North Carolina was recorded back in June of 2022 at $4.67 a gallon. And gas prices are just one part of the national economy. And a new Elon poll reveals that 55% of North Carolinians feel that the economy has gotten worse since President Donald Trump took office just over a year ago. This finding was included in one of 2 Elon polls released last week, breaking down the details on how North Carolinians feel about the upcoming midterm elections. The first poll explored feelings on current political issues. It found that 35% of North Carolinians approve of President Trump and over 50% oppose the conflict in Iran. The second poll looked to the upcoming elections. It found that former North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper, who's running for U.S. Senate, has more name recognition than his opponent, Michael Whatley. Only 38% of North Carolinians believe that this year's election will produce a fair and accurate count of votes cast nationwide. To read more about the polls and their findings, you can visit our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
Elon campus police are still investigating an assault that happened in the Mill Point neighborhood early Sunday morning. In an email from Vice President of Student Life, John Dooley, he revealed that a student was assaulted by an unknown man with a gun near the Love Family Student Commons building. The student was unharmed and was able to get away and call for help. The assailant, wearing all black, retreated on foot in the direction of Ballpark Avenue. In an email to ENN, Elon Campus Safety and Police Interim Chief Douglas Dotson stated that, quote, officers will continue to maintain increased presence and conduct additional patrols in the area, end quote. But because of the ongoing investigation, they were not able to comment further. Elon News Network will continue to cover the story as more information is released. Elon City Council's approved a plan to expand seating downtown at the cost of parking spots. Our Anjolina Fantaroni is live in downtown Elon with the details.
Thanks, Alice. Yeah, this parking spot that I'm actually standing in right now soon will not be here anymore because the town of Elon is going to be expanding this downtown district. If you take a look on your screen right now, you will see that this plan is expected to bring a wall that will actually serve as double seating on here on North Williamson Avenue, making it more pedestrian friendly. It also includes building some extra seating for the public and improvements to water lines and drainage within this area. Now, although they will be taking out some parking spots for all of these expansions, Elon Mayor Emily Sharp says that the expansion is going to bring more population and more people here to downtown Elon to support these businesses.
It's also going to open up the opportunity for people to walk to downtown. You don't always have to drive and park, and you certainly don't always have to park right in front of the building. It gives you an opportunity to even get more physical activity.
And although that there are actually going to be 7 parking spots actually going away because of this expansion, there's going to be, again, so much more seating. But here again in downtown Elon, I'm Anjolina Fantaroni. Back to you guys in the studio.
We apologize for the technical difficulties there, but the town of Elon has already received around $250,000 from state grants and is still looking for additional funding. They will begin construction when those funds are secured and are estimating it will take around 9 months to complete. And in other news, artificial intelligence is expanding on Elon's campus, one AI poster competition at a time. But not everyone is on board. Our Anjolina Fantaroni has more on the university's first AI poster contest and how students are responding.
Elon sophomore Jesse Price was scrolling through Instagram when something caught his attention.
I click on the post and I see that it's an AI poster competition with a $650 cash prize.
Several comments on the Instagram post state things like these, not enjoying the competition announcement. The Elon School of Communications, along with both the Love School of Business and Elon AI, hosted the event. Before the competition, students attended a workshop exploring how AI can support creativity. Elon senior Annie Gozen says she understands both sides of the debate.
I'm here to learn and just want to see more so like how I'm up against AI and how I can better refine my skills so I can avoid using it in the future or use it to my advantage.
For the competition, students created posters using both AI and non-AI elements and explained how AI contributed to their process. They had 2.5 hours to complete a prompt advertising red Solo cups. During the event, Elon Jr. Cameron Banks protested, setting up a poster for others to draw on if they also opposed AI.
When I saw it get posted, I was pretty upset about it. I saw that all my peers were, so I wanted to do something that was very peaceful and civil and just encourage handmade art by students.
The competition ended with an award ceremony. The Judge's Choice Award went to Elon freshman Lorenzo Ribadanera.
I thought it was a good, practice of my skills in AI. I like using AI every single day, and it's a great tool, and it being taken advantage of in a competition like this, I think is great.
Ribadanera, who owns a wakeboard clothing brand called Stoke, says the competition helped him build skills he can apply to his business. In total, 18 posters were submitted. Organizers say they will be displayed on campus in the coming weeks. Anjolina Fantaroni, ENN Tonight.
Other awards at the ceremony included first, second, third, and fan favorite.
For seniors looking for jobs post-grad, there's good news for business students. Poets and Quant's latest report ranked the Martha and Spencer Love School of Business 33rd in undergraduate business education and in the top 20 for career outcomes. The career outcomes category is measured by employment rates 3 months after graduating, percentage of business internships completed, and total first-year income post-grad. Senior business fellow Andrew Glass credits the Alumni Network for his success in finding internship and job opportunities.
I sent out a lot of applications, but the ones that really ended up leading to interviews and next rounds of interviews were the ones that kind of have the connection in, with a lot of them coming from Elon alumni for me. And it was a long process, but it turned out very well for me.
Student Government Association updated their finance bylaws for the 2026-27 school year. The bylaws outline how the Finance Board operates, the eligibility and criteria for receiving funding, and funding guidelines. Student activity fees go to SGA, which then allocates the funding to student organization. So let's take a look at some of the changes. Conference attendance for organizations will no longer be funded by SGA. Funding requests at or over $5,000 will be considered a major event. And to request this amount of funding, student organization leaders will now have to participate in a specific major events training. These requests will also have to be submitted a minimum of 90 days before the event date. Funds approved for one quarter will not automatically roll over to future quarters anymore, and any organizations looking to use unused funds from one quarter to a future one have to get them approved by the Vice President of Finance. For more information, student organization leaders can find the new finance bylaws on SGA's website.
The results are in. Over 91% of Elon law students that took the February 2026 bar exam passed on their first attempt. This surpasses the statewide average of roughly 75%. Before this year, Elon Law's 2009 test takers held this record for the highest pass rate with 82%. This new record is the newest in a line of annual improvements over the past 5 years, increasing from 2021's first-time pass rate of only 52.8%.
Stick around, I'll have your Phoenix 5-day forecast after the break.
Into a local speedway and what happens off the track.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depressing stuff. That's what white people think. You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
Well, it was super warm last week, and it was rainy yesterday and then cold today. Our Mackenzie Cruz is in the virtual studio with this week's forecast. Mackenzie, will it be as hot as last week after this rainy weekend?
Thanks, Charlotte. It won't be quite as warm, but we'll still have some springtime weather. Now for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low of 45, so not too cold, but tomorrow we'll have plenty of sun with a high of 63. More of the same on Wednesday with a high of 61. Thursday will be 67 with mostly cloudy skies and a breeze. And Friday and Saturday will really warm up with temperatures in the high 70s and lots of sun. The UV will also be very high at the end of the week, around 7 or 8, so make sure you wear sunscreen. And there's lots of tree pollen in the air this week and a consistent breeze, which will make your symptoms worse. So if you struggle with allergies, keep your windows closed and take your allergy meds. That's all. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Mackenzie. We'll be sure to remember our sunscreen this week and those allergy medications.
Yes, for sure. The pollen has definitely been in the air.
Yeah.
And
on the ground.
Yes.
It's been everywhere.
It's been everywhere. I think that's really kind of a token of spring at Elon, though.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, another one for me is I know it's springtime when the farmers market is back.
Yes.
We were both there this Thursday.
Yeah, ran into each other at the farmers market.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's a big sign of the farmers market is back, and so it's springtime, which we love. So while walking through the farmers market every Thursday afternoon, you may notice beans, sprouts, as well as plants and produce vendors. And when you hear of rising prices, you might think of things like inflation and gas prices like we talked about earlier. But what you might not be thinking of is something that you may drink every day, like coffee. The market's coffee stand is run by Frank Newsom and his wife as their retirement gig. Newsom says with different tariffs on imported goods, their coffee has risen in price from $20 to $22 a pound.
They put the coffee on boats in huge bags, and they come over on a boat, and so there's very little coffee grown in the United States.
Another vendor, North Carolina Seafood, also says the prices have gone up because of the cost of fuel, which boats need for fishing.
Many see racing as a fast-paced sport, but one local track is proving that it's really about who is behind the scenes. ENN's Anjolina Fantaroni has a look inside the pit stop at Ace Speedway.
Here at Ace Speedway, speed is not the only thing that matters, because people don't come here just for the cars, they come here for the family.
The track may be filled with racers who love the sport.
Got a lot of championships, a lot of wins.
Colorful cars, and tons of auto parts. But it's also filled with hard work, and not just from the drivers. Bethany Sox never thought racing was for her, since she never saw a lot of girls out on the track.
The end of last year, I got promoted to assistant general manager here, which was a pretty big deal as a woman to have a position like that. It's a pretty cool opportunity. I'm very grateful for it.
But behind the day-to-day operations that she oversees, there's RL Justice.
He's the man in the polka dot hat.
Justice has worked at Ace Speedway for 69 years. Driving the wrecker, he lives in the woods right next to the track.
I've built race cars all my life. I worked NASCAR, like I told you.
Before the track was there, Justice remembers what was.
They used to call it the mud hole. It used to be dirt. But this is a smooth, nice little track.
And together, people like Sox and Justice keep Ace Speedway running. Proving it's not just about who's behind the wheel, but the community that keeps it moving. In Altamaha, Anjolina Fantaroni, ENN Tonight.
The Speedway began its season this week with races happening every other Friday.
Coming up, the Elon dance team is premiering their nationals routines here at Schar Center. I'll have more after the break.
And coming up, Special Olympics gives us more than just medals.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Even more than I wanted a gold medal, I wanted a heart of gold, like the mentors who were my balance beams refusing to let me down, and the coaches who spoke out to anything out of bounds, heroes who never stood on podiums, but stood up for me. Every shot I made, give the assist to those who since my youth were referees, ready to blow the whistle and end abuse.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Kudos, Carl. You've always had a need for speed. Racing anything with wheels, speed reading novels in record time, yelling out 3, 2, 1 at every traffic light. But this time, you've taken your power obsession to the next level. By purchasing this electric vehicle, you've given yourself instant torque that blows your old launch times away, which will keep you saying, "Woo-wee," every time you punch the pedal. Good for your adrenaline, great for the planet. That's the power of EV.
Our Abigail Hines is at Shar Center for the Elon dance team's performance at their national showcase. Abigail, what can you tell us about this event?
Thanks, Alice. The Elon dance team is heading to nationals at Daytona Beach this Wednesday. But before they get there, they're performing here at Shar Center. Tonight, they'll debut their pom and hip-hop routines, two styles of dance they have continuously placed well in. When I talked to Coach Ellie Dirks about their mindset going into nationals, she said this year they're really focusing on confidence. Last year, Elon placed second in the pom category, their highest placement in program history. And this year, they're looking to top that. Doors opened at 6:15 and people are already filling the seats. They are set to perform at 7 p.m. I'm Abigail Hines. Back to you in the studio.
Well, thanks, Abby. We'll be sure to keep an eye out on how the Phoenix perform this weekend.
One annual sporting event made its way back to the Elon track. Our Abigail Hines also has more on how the Special Olympics Spring Games looked a little different this year.
Racing, long jumps, and soaring softballs took over Elon's track complex as athletes brought the energy for the annual Special Olympics Spring Games back outdoors for the first time in 3 years. Julia Swartz helps coordinate the games every year and says it's meaningful for both the athletes and volunteers.
I'm really glad that we get to have it because I think Elon students can benefit from it too. I think there's a lot to learn from people with intellectual disabilities, and it's a beautiful community.
Almost 400 athletes of all ages competed for a gold medal. But for some, it's about more than the accolades.
I think just to see the smile on the kids' faces, I mean, that's why we're all here, to make sure that they have an equal opportunity to get out and have some fun and, you know, to use some of their energy, because I know they have a lot of it.
Andrew Moffa, Assistant Director of the Kernodle Center for Civic Life, says the games bring the entire Elon community together.
It shows kind of how much Elon values those community partnerships and how much they want to be a place for the community to come together, and there's kind of no better example of that than this event.
The Kernodle Center offers events year-round for people to volunteer in Alamance County. Abigail Hines, ENN Tonight.
If you're looking to get more involved with volunteering on campus, you can find more volunteer opportunities on the Kernodle Center's website or at elon.givepulse.com.
After the break, see how a toy car changed a life.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
In 4 days. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Women are bad with money. That's what the world's been saying for centuries. But now, we've got something to say.
Save it. It's time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Until we're no longer 80% more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
Save it. The falsehoods, the feelings of fault.
Then, the funds. Learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.
I've always been told I gotta be strong. Thick skin, tough as nails. But to be everything for everybody, it wears on you. Black don't crack, they say. But it can. We all can. Reach out to a friend if you see them going through it. No matter who you are, being vulnerable is what makes us whole. Learn how to help at seizetheawkward.org.
While many see toy cars as a typical childhood memory, one Elon program is turning them into a tool for independence. ENN's Emma Luckman has a story on how a big red button is changing the world for local children.
Henry Manning is like any other 4-year-old. He's got a brand new set of wheels and a real need for speed. But this isn't just a toy. For Henry, who has spent most of his life in a heavy-duty trainer, this is the first time he's ever moved entirely on his own.
The world is not made to adapt to their needs, and so to have a student community like this where engineering students and physical therapy students are coming together to provide toys for children that are adaptable and usable, there's so much power in play.
Henry was one of the attendees at Go Baby Go, where Elon engineering and physical therapy students spent their Saturday morning rewiring cars and replacing foot pedals with accessible buttons.
For a lot of kids, receiving this car is going to be the first time that they've had autonomy over their own movement, and this will be a really impactful experience.
While some students call it a project, for Henry and 5 other local families, it's a Saturday they won't soon forget.
This is therapy, but it's play, and that is priceless.
Emma Luckman, ENN Tonight.
Organizers say they've already had more families reach out, and they hope to make Adaptive Driving Day an annual Elon tradition.
Elon's Gender and LGBTQIA+ Center, along with Women and Gender Sexuality Studies, hosted a queer and trans art showcase highlighting student identity through art. Pride flags, student films, and colorful displays filled Irazu coffee shop during the event. For Elon Jr., Remy Beckman, the work is personal. Beckman started testosterone just 6 months ago and brought a colorful testosterone gel to display.
To think of something that comes from a doctor's office and it's just like a chemical can so dramatically change your life. I wanted to represent the beauty it's brought to me through flowers.
The center's next event is its annual Caraval, and that's set for April 8th on Young Commons.
Elon's Vice President for Inclusive Excellence is a rising star, according to the National Association of Diversity Officers in Higher Education. Randy Williams took home the 2026 Rising Star Award because of his contributions in research and equity practices across Elon. Since his promotion in 2020, Williams has led many efforts to advance inclusive excellence and addressed structural barriers for students and faculty.
Well, that's all the news we have for you this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Head over to our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, for stories, sports, and more.
And make sure to follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
Have a great night, Elon.